Welcome to Slow News Day with Kevin Clark. I'm Kevin Clark.
Woo!
Ariel Helwani, what's going on, brother?
Kevin, it is so good to be on the show once again. Great things happened to me the last time I was on this show. We all remember, of course, I laid down the gauntlet. I let the Buffalo Bills social media team that I was none too pleased with them. And look what's happened since. Can we play a montage of all the great things that have happened to me since? Even some things that didn't come to fruition as a result solely of this show. Like, I was being ignored by them. Now I feel like I'm their favorite person on social media. In fact, they even invited me to read out one of their draft picks for the draft last year. Couldn't make it happen. Hopefully this year when we're the defending Super Bowl champions. But yes, I owe it all to you. And so I had to come back. And quite frankly, I was waiting with bated breath for you to invite me back, because I feel like last time I was on, it was a major turning point in the Bills season.
So you have juice with the Bills. That was great. Not just kind of on social media now. Obviously, you were the reason that they got better last year. That we know that to be true. I want to start with this. Western New York. It's already come out that OBJ wants to play in a warm weather town. Sell Odell Beckham Jr., who's out there. He's on Twitter. He's terminally online.
Yep.
Sell him on helping turn this thing around.
Well, here's the thing. I was actually on this podcast hosted by this guy named Bill Simmons a few months ago, and we were talking about the Buffalo Bills. And I said to him, I don't feel comfortable with all this OBJ talk. We've got a great wide receiver core. We've got, number one in the league, Stephon Diggs. Number two, Gabriel Davis, Isaiah McKenzie, on and on it goes. I don't really think that we need OBJ. And so I'm going to be a big man right now, and I'm going to say mea culpa. I'm going to speak directly to Odell Beckham Jr., and I'm going to say to him, I am sorry. I misspoke. My bad. We need you, and I would love to have you on the team. And now, sure, would you like to go to a warm weather place? What are the options? Where are you going to go? Dallas? I mean, really? Do you want to be a part of that shit show? No, you don't. You don't want to be a part of that shit show because they're going nowhere. Look at them. They're a rudderless ship. Or do you want 2 to 2.5 months in a great town filled with great people? And let me tell you, I speak from experience now. Why? Because I attended my very first game. I no longer can talk about Orchard Park and Western New York as some guy who never experienced it. I experienced it. I was at the Pittsburgh Steelers game in early October. I felt it. I saw what that team means to that community and how great and special of a place it is. And trust me, Odell Beckham, you have never experienced anything like this. You think you experienced it in East Rutherford? That's a highway. There's no community there. There's nothing going on there. You think you experienced it in that sad sack town known as Cleveland, Ohio? Trust me, that place is the most depressing place in America. You definitely didn't experience there, and we all know how it ended. And of course you didn't experience it in the soulless kind of vessel that is Los Angeles. And yes, I know you won a Super Bowl there, but that means nothing to those people. I mean, they win a championship in one of their 4 major sports, 5 LAFC, if you want to count them as well. They win that every 6, 7, 8 months. Could you imagine what this would do to your life, to your legacy? Could you imagine what this would do to the myth that is OBJ if you are a part of the team that finally brings a Vince Lombardi trophy to Western New York, to the Buffalo Bills, to the greatest fan base in the history of sports, to the greatest team in the history of football? Could you imagine how they would celebrate you, how they would fetch you, how they would idolize you? They'd probably build a statue in your honor if you're a part of this squad. Just look at the love that Von Miller has been getting since he came over, and what a great deal and what a great season he has had thus far. And so let me be very clear. I still ride forever, for life, with Stephon Diggs, with Gabriel Davis, with Isaiah McKenzie, with Dawson Knox, with the whole squad. I will ride with them, and I believe in them, and I think we are good enough as currently constructed to win the Super Bowl. But I would be foolish if I repeat what I said 2 months ago on the Bill Simmons podcast, which was, we don't need OBJ. I would love to have OBJ. I would love to have him. I think he would be loved in Buffalo. I think he would help get us over the top, and I think he would inject a little bit of oomph, a little bit of firepower into our incredible offense, which at times has, stuttered a little bit this past few weeks. He would be incredible. OBJ, look at me here. From one New York guy to another, from one legend to another, from one guy who knows what you want probably more than you do. Come to Buffalo. Buffalo will treat you right It's only a couple of months, and then you could go to some island and enjoy the Super Bowl, and you'll be good. The winters aren't that bad. Trust me on this one. It'll be the biggest mistake of your life if you don't choose the Bills. I hope to see you in a red, white, and blue uniform in the next few weeks.
Having said that, Josh's play over the past couple weeks, starting, let's say, with the Jets game, it's been concerning. He's made a couple mistakes. I am of the opinion that he is not healthy right now. That'll get righted. I think that some of the overreactions over the past couple of weeks have been, quite frankly, embarrassing. He's still, in my opinion, the second best quarterback in the NFL, and on some days he can be the best quarterback in the NFL.
Best quarterback.
I see your face. You want to go at me. You want to go at me right now.
Nonsense. Who's the best? Who's the best? The guy in Kansas City?
Patrick Mahomes.
The guy that we beat a couple of weeks ago. The guy that we beat in the regular season last year. And yes, I know he didn't beat us in the playoffs last year. That was not on him. That was on us. And so that continues to be a theme. I feel like we are better than all these teams, and especially in the second half. And I said it at the beginning. We're the ones that are going to stop us from realizing our potential. And yes, I'm saying we, damn it. And I'm saying our potential, damn
You're
it.
on the
because
team?
I've invested enough. Let me tell you something. Sunday was tough. And it feels like it's tough because we're doing it to ourselves. And there's clearly a lot of issues. There's clearly some holes. But shame on any Bills fan right now. Please stop supporting this team. Shame on you if, number one, you are crapping on Josh Allen. If you are saying anything negative about this guy who has turned around this franchise, who is way better than any, in my opinion, quarterback in this league, and is the best quarterback, of course, that we've had since Jim Kelly, who puts his life, his body, his health on the line every single time he takes that ball. Shame on you if you're crapping on him. Shame on you if you're crapping on McDermott. If you're nitpicking, oh, look at Devin Singletary. He was open there. Oh, look at Dawson. No, screw off, okay? Shame on you guys. Every season, and lest we forget November of last year, there was a dip. The loss to the Jaguars. Yeah, it happens, all right? But then what happened afterwards? We turned the ship around, all right? And we're going to turn the ship around again. I'm not worried for a second. I hate to see these stupid hot takes about the Bills. And by the way, why does Josh's mistakes always get over scrutinized? I don't feel like anyone in the league, especially a quarterback, gets this scrutinized. Every time he makes a mistake, all right, he threw an interception. Yeah. Guess what? In the previous drive, he brought them all the way down and was 5 yards away from a touchdown. And unfortunately, they ran out of time and had to kick the field goal. You know, there are some athletes that, have a bad day at the office, but they go home and they don't really care. I feel like no one cares more than Josh Allen. Like when he goes to those press conferences and you see that look on his face and he takes all the blame, he puts it all on his shoulders. Unlike, Aaron Rodgers, who seems to throw his whole entire team under the bus when they don't succeed. He says, well, I played good. No, Josh never does that. He takes everything, even when it's not even his fault, he puts it on his shoulders. That's the one guy. If there is ever going to be one guy to turn this around and finally deliver that trophy to Buffalo, it's going to be him. I love that man. I don't know if I love anyone that I don't know more, like, close contact, family, friend, acquaintance, than that man. Like I would do anything for that man. And I've never even met him. I've never shook his hand. I've never even essentially breathed the same air as him. We were outside when I saw him play, but we weren't indoors. So, who knows what we were breathing. I love that man. And I will never say anything negative about him. He could throw 5 more red zone interceptions. That's the guy. He's our guy. He's our own guy. That's the one who's going to make it happen. And trust me, before it's all said and done, I don't know if it's this year, and I pray that it is, he is going to win a Super Bowl championship. You could put that out there. You can put it on the ringer. You could clip it. You could do it. Helwani guarantees it. He will win a Super Bowl for the Buffalo Bills.
We'll do the horoscope. I'm looking it up. Is Wikipedia correct? Are you a July 8th birthday?
That's right, baby. Cancer.
Wow. Cancer. Here we go. Today, you might hear of opportunities to make extra money through creative work of some kind, Cancer. This could be a genuine lucky break achieved by being in the right place at the right time. Are you joining Bills Mafia full time? You will probably take advantage of it because right now you're full of inspiration. You might have a hard time keeping track of all your ideas. Write them down.
Wow. This spoke to me. I
Money's not a bad thing.
No, there's a lot
going on. That promo was pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay, I guess I need to work on it.
No, it's really good. It was really good. I don't want to gas you up too much.
Right. Well, people say that one of the big breakthroughs of the past year or so in sports media has been independent Helwani, really taking everything by storm. And so one of the byproducts of being independent is opportunities coming your way that didn't come your way or couldn't come your way when you were locked up. And so what you just said spoke to me. A few things in the oven right now, Kevin. I can't give you the exclusive. Those typically go to my good friend Andrew Marchand because he cares so much about my career. No, he only cared about my career when I was at ESPN. Now he couldn't even. I text him, he won't even reply. But that's neither here nor there. You'll probably cut that out. Point is,
we will not be cutting it out.
Okay, I only give my my big exclusives to the press box. There's a lot of things going on right. There's a lot of things going on right now. A few things in the oven. That's all I'm going to say, though. I can't divulge, so don't press me anymore. But I'd say that horoscope was pretty bang on.
All right, last one. Club Kevin, you can induct anybody in the world. Does not matter who it is. It could be a fighter. It could be an NFL player. Could be somebody who you just saw on TV recently and your feeling does not matter. It is our Hall of Fame. Who are you inducting?
Well, I think it would be easy for me to, induct someone like Israel Adesanya or, one of the great fighters, Dustin Poirier, Zhang Wei Li, because I'm the fight guy. But as you know, there's a lot more to me than meets the eye. And so I'd be remiss if I don't try to pick up my guy JA17. All right. A lot of people in the media right now are getting their shots in. I'm seeing all the hot takes, comparing him to this, that, this bust, that bust. You're all, hey, freezing cold takes. I hope you're liking all these tweets because you're going to have to retweet them come mid-February of next year. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. The dude has a busted elbow, and he's still trying to punch the ball out of people's hands. And he could, obviously not have to do any of that, and we would love him. But that's why we love him. I believe this with all my soul, all my heart. Everything in me believes this. Every fiber of my being believes this. He is going to win a Super Bowl. I feel it. I could see it. I could see the vision of him holding the trophy and saying, it was so crappy last year, and we're going to make it. And he said it, and he got it done. And I just can't wait. And these moments, these trying moments, they're all going to be worth it come mid-February. Glendale, Arizona, I was just there. I was just at that stadium. I saw it with my own eyes. I scoped it out. I was like, oh, that's where we're going to celebrate afterwards. We're going to go for... I scoped at the whole thing. It's going to be great. So, in short, or long version of a short... Josh Allen, yeah.
Do you wonder why independent Helwani is the number one sensation in media after hearing that? You wonder? Are you kidding me? Is there somebody out there? Is there a doubter in the world who just saw that and said, I repent? I'm going to tell you something. The following people will be repenting and apologizing. Josh Allen haters, Bills haters, people who think OBJ won't go play in Western New York, and those who doubted independent Helwani. Thank you for coming on Slow News Day, buddy.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.